Once upon a time, nestled deep inside a sun-dappled forest, there lived a tiny chipmunk named Nibble. Now, Nibble was the kind of chipmunk who loved his quiet naps, but this year, he hadn't had a single one. Why? Because his neighbor, a ginormous, shaggy creature named Grumble the Giant, had been snoring so loudly all winter, the trees shook every time he exhaled. Nibble sighing. I haven't slept in weeks. Even the owls wear earplugs now. Grumble had been snoozing for months in his cave, wrapped in dreams and wrapped in thunderous snores. One sunny morning, Nibble scurried up to the cave entrance. Nibble yelling. Grumble. Buddy. Wake up, it's spring. No response. Just a snore that rattled pine cones off nearby branches. So Nibble tried banging a frying pan. Then a trumpet made out of a hollow acorn. Still nothing. While pacing through the forest, bleary-eyed and frustrated, Nibble bumped into a group of forest friends. Squirrel. You look like you haven't slept since last leaf fall. Nibble. I haven't. Grumble's snoring is louder than a thunderstorm. Owl. Have you asked Roarson the mountain lion for help? His voice shakes the cliffs. The idea made Nibble freeze. Roarson was king of the forest, and terrifying. But he was also his last hope. So, gathering every ounce of courage, Nibble crept up to Roarson's rocky den. He was about to turn around when, snap, he stepped on a twig. Roarson's golden eyes opened. Roarson, growling. What tiny creature dares disturb my royal nap? Nibble trembling. Sir, mighty Roarson. I need your help waking up Grumble. Roarson laughed and said. You're barely big enough to be a sneeze. Why should I help you? Roarson rolled his eyes and stomped off into the shadows, grumbling about how he doesn't take requests from crumbs. But something was wrong. Behind a bush, Nibble heard a strange scratching sound, and then saw Roarson awkwardly twisting and rubbing his back against a tree. He was itching like mad. Nibble, softly. Are you, okay, Mr. Roarson? Roarson spun around, trying to act cool. Roarson jittered. No. I mean, yes. I mean. I don't itch. You didn't see anything. But Nibble noticed tiny fleas hopping in the lion's fur. Without a second thought, he scampered up Roarson's side and started picking them out one by one. Roarson panicking shouted. What are you doing? Get off. That tickles. He tried scratching, rolling, even dunking himself in the river, sending Nibble flying through the air like a waterlogged leaf. But the little chipmunk held on. Nibble said. Almost done, just a few more behind your ears. Eventually, Roarson stilled. For the first time in days, the itching stopped. Roarson said quietly. You helped me. Even after I was a total jerk. Nibble smiling and said. Hey, everyone needs help sometimes. Even kings. And so, Roarson lifted Nibble gently onto his head and said. Roarson said. Come on. Let's wake a snoring giant. Together, they made their way to Grumble's cave. As the snoring echoed through the valley, Roarson took a deep breath. And roared so loudly the birds flew out of the trees and snow melted off the peaks. Grumble yawning. Wah. Who's yelling? Did I miss spring? Is it my birthday? All the forest animals burst out laughing. And from that day on, the forest was quiet again. Nibble finally got his nap. Roarson found a new friend. And Grumble? Well, he started sleeping with nose plugs, just in case. Even the smallest voices can do big things. And sometimes, a little kindness can wake up something bigger than a bear.